Welcome to episode 73, Chapter Award 005, Math Wizard Award for Self-made Billionaires. There are 4 co-winners. It pays to know your math well. We have 4 co-winners here. Jesse Livermore died 67 years ago. Warren Buffett, age 86. Carlos Slim, age 77. Jim Simons, age 78. We study the Math Wizard Self-made Billionaires because they are among the most important and the richest in the world. Warren Buffett is now the 2nd richest man in the world. Carlos Slim was the richest man in the world from 2010 to 2013. Jesse Livermore was the richest man in Wall Street in 1930. Jim Simons is now the 2nd richest hedge fund self-made billionaire in the world. Math is a leverage of intelligence. Every self-made billionaire I have studied once faced well-established economic giants like Goliath that's 10,000 times bigger than they were. Being a math wizard is like using that little sling to fight the big giant. Here is co-winner number 1, Jesse Livermore. Jesse Livermore is a math wizard. Amazingly, he never finished high school. At age 14, his father tried to force him to quit school to grow potatoes. He resisted, and with the help of his mother, he succeeded running away from home. He is famous for being very rich, very handsome, and very secretive. He would also be a famous womanizer, having married 3 times. Also, he would be the only self-made billionaire who committed suicide at the age of 63. Co-winner number 2, Warren Buffett. He's a math wizard.
You know, Buffett is not exactly what you might expect.
Even though he's in the money business, he doesn't even own a calculator or a computer.
Ted Williams wrote a book called The Science of Hitting, and in it he had a picture of himself at bat and the strike zone broken into, I think, 77 squares. And he said if he waited for the pitch that was really in his sweet spot, he would bat 400, and if he had to swing at something on the lower corner, he would probably bat 235. And in investing, I'm in a no-called strike business, which is the best business you can be in. I can look at 1,000 different companies, and I don't have to be right on every one of them, or even 50 of them. So I can pick the ball I want to hit.
Co-winner number 3, Carlos Slim. He's a math wizard. At the university, he taught classes in linear algebra. First, he was the richest man in the world from 2010 to 2013. Second, he's the only one from the developing world, Mexico. Third, his net worth is 6% the GDP of Mexico, and he owns 40% of the Mexican stock market. Fourth, he also owns 200 companies and employs 200,000 people. Never before in the history have so many companies in so many countries be owned by a single man.
We have done paper, candies, tires. We compete with the international companies, soft drinks, construction, bicycles, mining, telecommunications, metals, financial services, insurance, and oil platforms and infrastructure and road tolls, etc., etc. I think bakery, retail.
So you have a reputation and a history for being an engineer and being very good with numbers. And one of your
select engineering because I like numbers. But I begin to give classes like a professor in the university.
Co-winner number 4, Jim Simons. He's an MIT graduate, and he earned his PhD in mathematics from UC Berkeley. He showed interest in math since the age of 4. He started Renaissance Technology, his hedge fund company, at the age of 44. He was chairman of the math department at the State University of New York at Stony Brook for 10 years. His is his view on math education in the United States.
Why do you think there was a need for Math of America?
Yeah, I'll tell you. It's a different problem. We don't have enough high school teachers who know the subject of math and science. And why? For the reason that I was telling you in the first place. The economy sucks up people who know those fields, and the pay and the respect for working at Google or Microsoft or Goldman Sachs, haven't helped them, just kidding, is a heck of a lot more than it is to teach in a high school class. Now that's not quite the same for teachers of English or French or history, because the economy is not sucking up all historians into the maw of what it's doing. So therefore, fewer and fewer people who know the subject, let's say of math, but it's true for biology and chemistry and all the rest, are going into high school teaching because they don't get paid enough and they don't get respect enough. Now, this is a bad business because as a country, if we can't produce our own workforce to populate this economy, we're going to end up depending on immigrants, which is fine, but on the other hand, they'll stop coming. Like India used to supply a whole lot of people to the United States, but now India is kind of booming. So a lot of those kids are staying home. And hey, I can get a good job right here in Bangalore. Why do I have to go to Brooklyn? And, or LA for that matter. And the same will become true of China. So it'll be harder to import people. So the alternative will be, okay, we'll export the work. We'll send the work over to India, or we'll send the work over to China. Well, both of those things are bad for the country. And the second reduces the job possibilities. So we really need to do something about this. Our teachers of math and science in high school, which is where the crash comes, are so much less prepared than they are in all the countries with which we compete. So it's a bad business. Our kids are okay through 8th grade on average.
Here's how to learn more about the 4 Math Wizard Self-made Billionaires. For co-winner number 1, Jesse Livermore, please watch my videos 2, video 3, and video 5. For Warren Buffett, please watch my video 28 on margin of safety. For Carlos Slim, please watch my video 28 and video 29. For Jim Simons, please watch my video 64 and video 65. Here's a message from Paul Chan. Learn all the math you can. Life is about probability. Being good at math means you can handle complexity and probability better than your competitors. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your comments and questions below. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.